think I have a nameplate. Oh, whatever.
Not yet. I heard yours was coming.
Oh, it's all right. Hi, how are you doing?
I just want to say Merry Christmas if I don't see you after the meeting. Oh, how's it been going? I know it's been frustrating. I know. Oh, you have to. Good morning, good morning. You have to. You have to. They asked me to run next year. 9 years is a lot.
Oh, you guys are all over the place.
And that's why he came up here. That's my pat. I said the attitude to me. I said, don't give a shit what they think.
Jerry Frazione, but no one's going to say that. That's the name. That's the correct.
I think you're right there.
Believe me, I've been told a lot worse.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you.
It's a pleasure representing you in your life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you. You're such a sweetheart.
No, he's a nice guy.
He is a very sweet guy. That's a commodity. You got to keep those. Keep the good ones.
He's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, not too many people here.
No, I didn't expect that.
Hey, how are you?
I mean, I was in the ER.
Oh, you look great. I know, we heard that you had a, but I thought you were going to be on black.
I've been putting a lot of work into stuff.
What are they doing?
Give me a shot.
It looked a lot worse.
Wait.
No, up here it's not too bad. Down inside here, it's kind of like a war zone. It's getting better. I'm taking all this stuff. It's very itchy, it's very tight. I'm not really soft food. And, but see, if I didn't use my, well, yeah, if I didn't use my insurance now, because she said I probably need 2 root canals in the front. I would use it all up on the root canals next year, then I wouldn't be able to do this, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, that's why I'm doing it at the end of the year now, so that I can do the root canals. Because you only get so much dental, you know. And I do have a good dental plan. I have a studio, which is good. Only half thing tops out, you know.
No, I don't know. Medicare, I think it's on the other side. I just compared to, even though they call it Medicare, oh my God, not like when I work.
Oh yeah, that's why, you know, I'll work pretty much, because I can, you know, so I'll work part-time just so I can have the insurance,
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I guess red was the color. Oh, my
I wear red.
It's Christmas, you know. I don't wear red normally.
I didn't get the memo.
No, I didn't like it.
Hey.
I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yeah, I took off today, so I'm here.
Me too. I
It was fine when she did it, you know, like the procedure and everything, but once the anesthesia, the anesthetic, the Novocaine wore off, oh my God.
Really?
Later that day, I hadn't taken anything yet, I didn't have the drugs. Oh, thank you. Oh, she's getting them now. So later that day, when I was like at the pharmacy getting the medication, I think my body knew, and it was like, you have meds, you have meds. So it felt
Nice.
Just excruciating, just horrible, you know. We were running errands, and I'm like, I have to go to the pharmacy. I got to get the ibuprofen because it's the 600, you know, the strong one. Yeah. So, and then, you know, because I fly, I can't take Vicodin, and I can't take. I have tramadol, but I can't take. You know, I mean, you know, we're drug tested, so you can't take that stuff. So I can't take it while I'm working. So then I just have to like grin and bear it, and smile, and I wore a mask the whole time, so I wasn't freaking out my passengers.
Yeah, because they're like, whoa.
Yeah, I wore a mask the whole time.
Can you take it when you're home, the tramadol?
I can, but I have to.
Yeah, you have to have hours to clean.
Yeah. So like.
Can't be in your bloodstream.
It's still going to be in my bloodstream.
That's why I asked my husband, because we had a firm thing about pot. I mean, back.
Yeah.
But I said, well, now that it's legal, he said no, because it stays in your bloodstream.
That I know stays in your bloodstream for 30 days.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, it does. I do know. It's 30 days.
But yeah, they look
Even
for all
on your
that.
hair, they could test it from your hair.
Yeah, from your hair.
Yeah,
They only
test.
do pee tests for us. I've never heard
Every
that.
day they do tests for you?
No. They only do like a
Yeah,
urine test.
random.
So
Unless there's an
I'll show
incident.
up, like I'll show up in Chicago and they'll be like, and then they'll put more and they'll go, okay, you're set. Yeah, it's random. When I first started, you get tested when you first start to make sure you're clear, and then they randomly.
Welcome, good morning. Shut up. You have your, I know what I'm going to say.
Is Tony coming?
No, Tony has an appointment.
Dave?
Dave's not going to make it.
Oh, do we have 4 people? Yeah, right?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah, perfect. It's a small group of people.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I thought Dave was coming. I don't know.
Today's the 23rd, right?
You're going to be on the end?
I know.
You want me to move over?
I know. He has a lot to say. You know, I've just given in. I'm not.
Well, I'm out of here, so I can say whatever.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be right here.
Well, I mean, he has no right to be president. He has no right to. He is. Well, he says he is. But, and I'm swallowing it, where I didn't.
What's that?
How are we going to take the
See,
vote?
because in that way,
Well, we have to have 4. We have to have quorum.
No,
So we have
and
4.
you know, I mean,
Even without Peter,
I've
we have
dealt with
5
people
total.
like that in my lifetime.
As long as you have 4, we have quorum, and everybody votes yes.
What time next?
and now that you know
It's
the truth about me, I don't. You know, people.
Well, that's, I mean, you know, there's all kinds of,
I mean, I was.
Yep,
This is the vote for
I know, yeah.
And that's why that booing just brought me back. I cannot deal with that. I cannot deal with that.
I think so, yeah.
Just really felt. I don't even understand.
Because it is recorded. I mean, it does have to be.
voice is like nails when a black.
We're not going to do much.
I don't get much next year.
No, this is it. I'm going to hang in because I told you. These aren't.
No, but she's going to be coming in. She got elected. This stupid bitch right here.
You read it.
Oh my God. She's
No.
the Lord.
It's just a special meeting.
Right,
yeah,
and
right.
donuts, right? Plus her voice is like, oh my God, I didn't strangle her.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out so last minute. I wanted to have this tonight, but our resident had broken that slider, and there's a party going on tonight. So in the next week, Kyle will be on vacation, so we won't have sound. So here we are at 9:30, the day before Christmas Eve. Welcome. So let's start with our pledge and our moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Nick and Kyle, thanks for setting all this up. Custodians, thanks for setting all this up. So we're having this special meeting, finally, about the HVAC. It has been like, we have discussed HVAC ad nauseum now for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. And we're finally ready to make a decision. And I wanted to do like a public vote because it's, you know, it's a lot of money. And I'm a little nervous, you know, I mean, I hope at the end of the day it all works out. But here we are. So over the course of the last few years, my prior board really started to focus on that replacement. And at that time, and you know, I had spoken of this numerous times, we had received 3 bids for a replacement type of system, like a completely different system than what we have and what we want, with the prices ranging from $1.4 to $3.8 million. And at the time, we were promised like grant money and, you know, and then towards the end of last year, a year ago around now, our engineer at the time had said, grant money is gone. You're gonna have to like go a different direction. So last January, the new board, we had to go in a different direction. So the different direction was something that was called direct replacement, which was like replacing everything that we have with the new everything, but not ripping down ceilings and replacing ductwork and doing all those things that we were going to do because we were getting, you know, rebates. So our first one had come in, and I had spoke about this. It came in at $1.5 million, and with the expectation that there may be up to $400,000 in rebate money. But since we had like heard that before about the rebate money, I had learned that it wasn't something that we should bank on. So I guess towards the end of the summer, we decided to pull our resources together. And Tony, she was a property manager, so I asked her, hey, do you know a good company that could come and give us an estimate? And Joanna, I said, Joanna, you know, you work with mortgages and you work with, you know, different people. Do you know, a good company that could give us an estimate? And, you know, we did that in a way so each one didn't really know that we were going to be like bidding against each other. We kind of like, if you called somebody and said, hey, I need a new furnace, and we did that. And both of them came in very similar, and both of them came in almost $1 million less. One came in at $580,000 before taxes and permits, and the other one came in about $100,000 more. And there's some material differences with those two systems. The first system, the one that came in with $580,000, is 3 separate systems, what we have, that have 8 zones in one, 6 zones in another, and this is its own zone, where it would be controlled through a computer, but through like online, like a www. Like, so it could be controlled remotely through just people who have the authentication to do that. It could be controlled through smartphone, but it has what's called a building management system, which is something that we had and something that's, you know, necessary when you have like all these different zones with, you know, different units, so they all could work together and they could all talk to our current boilers. Because the boilers are 12 years old. They're not old, and none of the estimates included boilers. So they were pretty apples to apples. The other one that came in from Freehold School, the guy who did Freehold Schools, came in around I guess $100,000 more, between $660 and $680. What that was incorporating heat pumps and mini splits. Great probably for a house, but in here there was 8 mini splits alone. And I think in total there was close to 48 mini splits. On almost every room that had an exterior wall would have a mini split. Now, granted, with the mini split system, you can really drive your efficiency. You know, you can like really have each room very specific temperature. But now you have all of these components. You know, where in a house, maybe you have like 3, but here we would have close to 50. And I think aesthetically, it might not look so appealing, you know, with every room having, you know, these things going out the exterior wall. But I think more so, and, you know, the grounds guys, Kyle and Joe, you know, I got a lot of their feedback from, you know, what type of maintenance we'd be looking at with that. And, you know, going forward, I think the warranty for them was for a year or 2, the same as for, you know, the other system, a year or 2. But going forward, there's a lot of moving parts to it, which, you know, I kind of felt could be a liability at the end of the day. So today, I'm asking our board to vote for, well, I guess either one. I mean, I think we've talked ad nauseum about the pros and the cons, correct, guys? So to vote for, the company's called Air Group. And like I said, before taxes and everything, it's $580. Now, if you recall, Mike and I had gone to our bank, Manasquan Savings, about, I don't know, was it in September or so, Mike? To get a loan, and I had wanted to secure a loan for, like, if it was a 1.5 at the end of the day. So we were able to tentatively secure the loan. We had to show a signed contract. So what I'm thinking, and I gotta share this with the board, remember that $3 increase for next year? In the back of my mind, the $3 increase would pay for that half of the note that we would take for the 580 plus tax for 5 years. So we would pay half, you know, cash, and then half over the 5 years. Even though we have the money to pay it all in full now. Now, you guys know that we've been talking about the structural integrity bill also ad nauseum for the last couple of years. So by limiting the cash outflow by, you know, $300,000, will help next year for 2027 when we do the budget where the capital reserve study will have to come in. Now, in 2026, next year, as you guys, I spoke of, 90% of the capital reserve study in the structural integrity bill is on the HVAC. And they have the HVAC replacement pegged at $900,000. So by us doing it for a third less, that frees up on paper that much more cash flow.
We don't have coffee.
I always bring my own. So it's, I'm excited to, like, as nervous as I am, I'm excited that we're finally, I mean, I know Donna and her board 10 years ago have been, you know, working with trying to solve the HVAC debacle. And back then it was what, $800,000 or $900,000? So I am excited and a little nervous, but I would like the board to take a vote. So the HVAC, make a motion for...
We need to do a roll call first.
Oh, we got to do a roll call.
Go ahead, Joanna.
Roll call. Mike?
Here.
Joanna, here. Peter?
Here.
Pat?
I'm here.
Elsa?
Here.
Dave absent, Tony absent.
You want to make the motion? You want me to make it?
You can make the motion.
Make the motion for the approval of the HV,
The HVAC for Air Group,
Air Group,
for...
or Dash. No, it's Air Group.
Well, okay, Air Group is the one who wants to replace it with the ones that we have now. Dash is the ones who want to replace it with the ones that have all of the mini splits. So you have to vote on which one that you would
Okay.
like.
Mike?
I vote for Air Group.
Joanna, Air Group.
Air Group.
Air Group.
4.
Elsa?
Oh, Air Group.
So, and then you gotta say it'll be, you know, $580,000 plus taxes and permits and, you know, I don't know what the
Plus
final
tax and
bill will be.
permits. Motion passed?
Definitely air group, yeah.
I'm so nervous for this expensive thing, I really am. Good question. No, like, so that was, now the lead time, there's, like I said, there's 3 units, and the biggest unit is the one behind the custodian's room. It has 10 different zones, and they call it Big Bertha. And, you know, that's gonna take the longest lead time. There's 15 weeks lead time on that. The quickest one is this one. Now, because we're not gonna need AC until probably March or April, it'll be done in a matter of a few days, he said. How the heat works here is you have a boiler with hot water, and then the pumps control the movement of that water to the air handlers as they call for it, as each air handler has a hot water coil in it. So you have the baseboard heat that radiates, and then you have the air handlers that call for the pumps to pump the water, so you have heat coming out of the ceilings as well, in this room too. So while they're replacing like all of the, in this case, everything is in the ceiling behind that white door and then outside. So it won't affect the heat. It might be a little cooler because the heat from the ceiling will be off, but the heat from the floor will be on. So as he had said, it should be very little disruption. This would be the first one that they would start as they're waiting for the pieces for the second one. The second zone they would start with would be over by the office and the gym. Because again, that would take, again, only a few days. He said this would take 3 days, that would take 3 days. And again, same thing would apply. They would replace the air handler there, turn the hot water coils off so no air would come through the ceilings, but it would still come through the baseboard. And then last would be that. So if I recall, he said, with everything, if you were to, it might take a few months, but only through the waiting time. So each one, I think he said the longest would be the big one back there of 5 days once all the equipment came. And then see, this company that we voted for is big company, and they have what's called a controls department. And that was kind of an issue with how do you control all of these different things in an old building that, you know, in some cases we learned never worked right. What was set up over by the office, there was a piece in there that was never even hooked up, ever. And so how do you control it? Now, they have it, like I said, internal controls group, where those guys have been here looking at like the ceilings for the wires, and you know, and what they do is they actually tie everything together. That is why the other company, Dash, came in with the splits, because they don't have that. And to like outsource that controls group and have it work with your equipment, it seemed to be very difficult. It like almost seemed to be impossible. So that's why I think they came in with like those mini splits. So to answer your question, this should take no time at all. Office area, no time at all. And a little bit of time for the one in the back.
Here's what happens with construction in Brick Township.
With the permits.
They're lacking inspectors, it takes forever and ever to get an inspection in between. So I don't know the format with this installation, but if it's multiple inspections or just a inspection in the beginning and a final. So let's
Jot that down for me.
not get too excited.
Jot that.
The time frame to have this done. Now explain the zone thing. Now our house has 3 zones where we use
Time frames and what, how many?
thermostat zone easy. So the girls are always using heaters under their tables, right? Danielle, right?
Right.
So, and then they have the window open.
Well, here's what happened with that. Like,
So now we're playing ping pong. We have to wear our shorts in January.
in some rooms.
So So
Right.
we're hoping that it's gonna be a consistent.
Well, John, do you remember when that laptop in there last October caught on fire? So that laptop, so each system has like dampers, right? And let's use that office. There's 6 dampers that go to different things. There's one that goes to the administrator's office. There's one that goes to the conference room. There's one that goes to the gym. There's one that goes to the billiards room, and there's one that goes to the hallways. That's 6? That could be 6. And each one has a servo motor that opens and shuts to direct the air. Now, when that thing blew up, wherever those dampers were is where they remained. So, you know, each room is going to have a thermostat, and it will be able to control the damper. You can't, let's say, put like, if you wanted to put air conditioning on, you can't be putting heat on at the same time.
Who's responsible for touching thermostat?
Oh, the thermostats themselves will be like locked. And there will be only a handful of people who have, not even a handful, I would assume maybe security, the administrator, and Joe and Kyle, that have access to the, you know, the passwords or
There
whatever.
won't be a physical thermostat. It'll just be a sensor that tells
No,
them
no, no,
it
I
goes
think
to
there's
it.
actually a physical thermostat. I don't know. I think there actually is. Because if you look at the ones now, there are. I mean, they're shot. They're all broken, but there might be. So we would have to put like locks on them. But they wouldn't be like manual, so they'd be electronic. So, you know, maybe I don't know. That's like above like my pay grade, that technology. You know, but in any case, residents can't be like.
Everybody wants to live, and I know of a community where they had the thermostat.
I can't hear you.
Do we control the network that controls the heat, or is that?
No, we would control that. Yeah, we would control that. And that was, you know, that was very important. Does it have a manual override? I would imagine it does, because that's how we've been operating it now. Because we used to have a building management system with the old one, with the current one, and, you know, and that caught on fire October of 2024. So they've been manually, but it's been like on, off. So we've been coasting through the last 18 months on, off. But yeah, there must be a way to turn that on manually. So it's exciting. Are you guys excited, or how do you feel about it?
I'm lactating.
He hasn't been this excited since yesterday. I mean, it's been a lot, and like, you know, you guys know I'm very cost conscious with things, and 1.5 just seemed, especially when it was like a direct replacement, just seemed over the top, and it just didn't sit well at all. And I'm glad that Tony and Joanna had a couple resources, and you know, and I'd like to get this on the road in early January.
Has the attorney approved the contract?
We haven't. This is like we're voting. This is it. Kathy asked if the attorney has approved the contract, and I had said that this is it. This is the first time we're actually voting for it, so there isn't even a contract.
Do we sign a contract for service?
Yeah. We have, through each of them, we would have had a year, maybe 2 years of service, and after that, John asked if they would offer a service contract, and I would feel that we should then continue with the installer as the.
What was the previous fee for that kind of contract?
The current one that we had, I want to say it was $1,100 a month.
Per month?
Per month. It's a big building. That's a good question. Is there a way to extend the warranty on it? Can you give that one a write down?
So they're gonna ask you if you sign a 1-year contract, it's whatever. You sign a 2 or a 3, to give you a better
Right.
deal, so expect that might.
Yeah, but I don't believe in that. You know, if you're gonna offer me less for 3 years, you could offer me that same price for 1. Yeah, I like a good little negotiation. But I'm excited and I'm nervous, and I know, because last year, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if you don't use the clubhouse, you know, maybe you're not so sensitive to it, but we do make money on renting out the clubhouse, and, you know, for entertainment, for our residents, or for like our residents who have functions. And the air conditioning completely went defunct in this building August 10th, you know, this past summer. So coming up to the summer, it had to be done. It just had to be done. So hopefully it will go smooth and we'll have AC and everything will work. Now, I know, any more questions about the HVAC? I know Pat wants to say a couple things because this is her her swan song.
Swan song, yes.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Forgive me for not standing. I'm in agony. My back decided to rear its ugly head this week. But I just want to say thank you to all the residents here who have tolerated me during my tenure on the board. I must say it was definitely educational, enlightening, sometimes infuriating, but all in all, I have really enjoyed it, and I will miss these people here. I had mine at home, so I don't care. But I just wanted to let everybody know that I will still be around. I'm going to be doing, working with the book club and still on the newspaper staff, so I can write things in the paper. If you have anything you want to put in the paper, you know, whatever. But that's basically it. I just wanted to say thank you and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
Thanks, Pat. Entertainment director.
Oh, yeah. Peter just reminded me, I'm also head of the entertainment committee, so. Well, I am, yeah, because I never had a committee. But, so if any of you have suggestions to bring any entertainment here, I'm all ears. Okay, thanks, guys.
And then in our next meeting in January, we'll be joined by Doreen Campbell.
I would just like to thank everyone who donated for Toys for Tots. Thank you very much.
Well, everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy and healthy.
And a healthy New Year. I think it's the fourth Monday. What is that, the 24th or so? Yeah, something like that. It's the 20-something. It's before the 30th and after the 20th.
26th.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, January, okay, once January, we'll do the whole cookie thing, because it's going to be back at night. We'll do the whole cookie thing again, and we'll have the coffee, and I miss that. I like that. You know, so we'll do that again in January. And then in February, I'd like to do what we did last year, where we had that, like, wine and cheese party, where we got to, like, socialize and meet. You know, you got to meet the new board members, because everybody except for me was new. And this year, you'll get to meet the new board member, plus us old board members again, Doreen Campbell. So I'd like to do that again in February. I think that was very nice. Did anybody go to that that's in here now? Yeah, so let's plan to do that again sometime in February. I know we have a function in here. The time machine is on February 7th. So that people are looking forward to that. So we'll do it sometime. I'd like to do that wine and cheese again. Yeah, that was nice. And you're welcome to come because you'll be a resident.
Whoa. I'm so grateful.
But Pat, it's been such a pleasure to know you and work with you.
Oh, stop.
How long?
I tell him all the time, if he had been born to me, I would have drowned him at birth. But I love him like he's my third son. He's my oldest son. But he's a pain in the rear end. He really is. But he's a wonderful person. Don't misunderstand me. I'm joking, but he is a wonderful person. And I love him dearly.
I love you too. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks very much.
to make a motion.
Oh, I got a meeting adjourned, done. Motion. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.